I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Billingham Hadley Pro Camera Bag, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So the exterior of this camera bag is made with a 3-layer waterproof fabric that feels pretty comfortable and pretty soft, surprisingly. It kind of feels like a very soft canvas type material and very protective. And so the material is waterproof, but the bag is only weather resistant. That is an important distinction. And so the waterproof fabric plus the way that this sculpted top covers the main compartment and the side pockets is how it protects the interior contents from a rain or snow. So just keep that in mind. The accents on here are made with full grain vegetable tanned leather. And you can kind of see here as you start to use it, it starts to break in and it becomes a little bit easier. And so you have the accent and stitching around the sides, and then on the sides right here, this is apparently compatible with their additional end pockets, which you can add on to either side. They're on both. And so with that, you can kind of add on another pocket to either side and just kind of increase the overall storage. There are no exterior attachment points really on this bag. It's pretty minimal, except for the ones that are with their end pockets specifically. There's nowhere, technically you could probably hook on a carabiner or a hero clip right here. And then all of the metal fixings, as you can see here, are made from solid brass, which feel very sturdy and very well made, especially with the construction. They're very well built into the bag specifically. And I do want to just quickly note that the bottom does not have any protective coating or anything like that. So especially with the lighter colors, just keep that in mind, because I'm sure it will be very protective, but if you place it down, it might be a little bit difficult to get dirt or stains off of it. So the top handle, which is one of the more comfortable ways to carry this bag, especially messenger style, it has this nice woven polyester texture to it, and inside of here is a reinforced fiberglass core, which does a really good job of holding its shape. It still allows you to kind of bend it and move it when you need to, but afterwards it kind of just goes back to its default shape. And then it's also really well built into the top of this bag. The reinforcement prevents the bag from bunching up when picked up, but keep in mind when the quick release attachments are not secured, when you pick it up this way, it does have a tendency to lean forward, especially if there's heavier stuff inside. The shoulder strap is not removable. It is built directly into the sides, and it's made from a similar woven polyester like the top grab handle. It is okay. It's still got a little bit of a rougher texture to it, but it is still fairly comfortable. And then the adjustment straps are pretty smooth as well, which I definitely really enjoyed. And then, this is also compatible with Billingham's SP15 and SP40 shoulder pads. So this is what it looks like on. As you can see, it has a nice slim profile. It's pretty comfortable. I was actually really surprised by just how slim a profile it has, especially on the back. And then turning it around, still fairly comfortable. This is one of the 12 options that this comes in. It comes in 11 different colorways, which I thought was really cool, having that amount of flexibility and that amount of customization to really pick a color that works best for you. Taking a look at the inside of the bag, these are their quick release strap system. And so it basically just allows you to use the brass to like hook it in with like a very satisfying click. And this just keeps the sculpted top secure. So especially like if it's raining or if it's snowing or anything like that, it keeps this from like blowing open or having water get inside. This comes over the main compartment and the two front pockets, which I will show in a minute. And so basically this is entirely removable. If you don't have any use for it, you can also adjust it. And so with this little here, you just take that off and then take this one off. So if you don't want to use it at all, it stays out of the way. And then the two front pockets are also secured with snap buttons right here. And taking a look inside, they basically are just pockets. There's no internal organization inside. I just have a power bank with some cords in that one. And then in this one, let's see, I have wallet and keys and hand sanitizer and chapstick. And so one of the cool things that I really liked about these pockets in particular is on the outer right corners of both, actually, there's another button where you can snap this open and it expands a little bit, providing a little bit extra space and capacity. I haven't used them. I found these pockets by themselves work pretty well, especially for storing like quick access items like wallet, keys, phone, etc. But it's nice to like have them there if you do want to use them. So taking a look at the rear pocket right here, kind of discreetly hidden underneath this flap, which also ensures that like the thread underneath isn't exposed to like water or snow. There is a zippered pocket that comes, the top of it is like right here where the stitch is, and it comes all the way down. So it fits like a good amount of space. And so inside I just have my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I would use this primarily for like my phone, receipts, like a travel card or like a subway card, stuff like that. Like flatter items typically work better in here, just because if you put like a little bit bulkier items, they do tend to like stick out, and that's not always comfortable. The main compartment is probably one of the best features of this bag, in my opinion, and it really allows you to use it the way that you see fit. And so I'll show you like an example that I have right here. It kind of functions as just like a standard messenger bag in this way. It just has like a dump site, and so I just have a water bottle, a little extra tote bag, and then a tech pouch. And as you can see, there's no like internal organization to it. It's got this like nice green canvas texture that's fairly comfortable. Feels very like sturdy and rigid, or durable, I should say. And like it'll last like a while. And so you can kind of just throw items in here. I found that when using it like a messenger bag, it was best for like pouches and stuff like that, just because with no organization, it was really easy for things to kind of get jumbled around. You can fit a MacBook Pro 13-inch in here as well, but there's no dedicated sleeve or compartment for that, so it would kind of just be like loose in here. So I'd definitely be a little cautious with that. And then the other feature of it, and it actually comes with a dedicated camera cube. So like, as you can see here, it's secured on like all angles with like a nice amount of padding, and it's got like a very soft plush material for like sensitive gear like camera equipment. And so this basically just fits inside of here like so. And it's really easy to get inside, and then you can attach it with a snap just to make sure that it's not going anywhere. And then it has this little lid to just kind of make sure that like nothing comes up, and it works as like a really nice dedicated camera bag. They mentioned that you can actually fit the MacBook Pro 13-inch in between here, but that's not necessarily recommended, just because like it's protected on this side with the padding, but this pocket sticking it in between like the camera cube or the camera insert and the back of the messenger bag doesn't provide a whole lot of protection. So while you can get away with it, it isn't exactly recommended. I would say put it in another like a laptop sleeve just to kind of add a little bit more protection, and then slip it in here, or take out the camera cube entirely and just leave it in the back. The camera cube, or sorry, camera insert has a nice amount of flexibility. And so in here, just have a Sony camera with a rig attached, and little lens cleaner with a additional lens. And so it's fairly deep. You can fit like a nice amount of camera gear in here, and these dividers are removable with Velcro. It takes a little bit of effort to get them out thanks to the Velcro. They're really nicely padded and very soft, so I never had any issues with like my camera gear getting scratched or bumped, especially like up next to each other. I really like that. And so it comes with two long ones like that fit basically the entire height of it, and then it also comes with two shorter ones so that you can kind of make a little shelf or a little pocket depending on like what kind of gear you have, just to make sure that whatever's in there isn't bumping up against each other unnecessarily. And so, like I mentioned, this is one of my favorite ways to use a insert specifically for like cameras, because it is super easy when I don't need my camera. I can just take the insert out entirely and still use this as like a dedicated messenger bag. It worked really, really well in both forms. So there you have it, the Billingham Hadley Pro Camera Bag. Thanks for keeping it here at Packhacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.